Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. We're nearing the end of the school year, so this is going to be one of the last school pickups. I have tomorrow and Thursday. But yeah, almost summer vacation. I'm still tired. I did a video earlier where I couldn't stop yawning too. I don't know why. The heat makes me like, it's not too hard out today, but yeah, so I have been thinking about trying ASMR, but I feel like people either have the ability to do ASMR or they don't. Like some people, it's a very natural thing, and so when I watch it, there are certain people where it just doesn't do it for me. And kudos to those that, do it and whatnot. But there are certain people that I get the tingles from, and there are others that I don't know. So I've been wanting to try it, and I think I'll start it on a different channel, where it's strictly ASMR. But yeah, I don't know. I'm debating on it because I think it'd be cool if I did have the ability. Give me something else to do as well. This is ridiculous. I'm sorry. I have my coffee. It's just not doing what it needs to do today. But so I have a friend that her situation is like tough. So I have a friend that has kids, and that is married to someone where only 2 of her kids are his. And initially they dated way back, when I was probably like 18 or 19. They were dating, and it just didn't work out at that time, and then they found each other like later on in life, and were together for, I don't know, about like 2 years, and then they got married. And something happened shortly after they got married where something changed in him, and there's a fly in my car. And he just turned into a really condescending, verbally abusive person. At times I think he had been somewhat physically abusive, like not like punching and stuff like that, but like, snatching her up and stuff like that. And I feel bad because this person has gone through like so much. My friend has gone through so much over the years. And we were all so hopeful this would be like finally her happily ever after type thing, whatever that looks like. But no matter what, it should be healthy and happy and loving. And it hasn't been, and her situation is really shitty because he only allows her to work 1 day a week, and that's Saturdays. And so she can't technically support herself and the kids without his help. And I feel like that's done on purpose because he won't like do divorce. Like instead they'd rather just stay together and be miserable. But with her situation, I feel like if she could leave, she would. But he knows she can't survive off of 1 day. She would have to work like a lot in order to be able to afford like basically a 4-bedroom house, on her own. She would have to work quite a bit, and he knows she can't do it. So I'm not too sure what's been going on lately. She is the type where if she's going through things, she kind of isolates and like doesn't reach out. I had been texting her since Thanksgiving, and she just wasn't responding. So every few months I'd be like, hey, just checking in on you, miss you, like, want to talk to you. Because I've known this girl since I was 7 years old. She came to my 7th birthday party in replacement of my other friend, because they're cousins, so my other friend couldn't go, so she sent her cousin. Weird. So I've known her since I was 7 years old. She's a few years older than me. And so I had been texting her just like, hey, I miss you, love you, like, let me know, you know, if you want to talk or hang out or whatever. And she finally responded to me because I messaged her on Facebook. Because then I was thinking maybe she got a new phone number and I like missed the update or something, like on Facebook. And then she finally responded when I hit her up on Facebook, and she was like, oh, you know, just going through a lot right now. Sorry, I isolate myself when I'm dealing with things. And I was like, dude, that's cool, but like, you got me, you don't have to isolate. Like, we've known each other forever, you can talk to me about anything, like, you know that. And she was like, I know, I'm sorry. So recently I messaged her because I'm like, you know, it's getting nicer out, I have time off, like, I would love to hang out and like bring the kids to her house because she has a pool and grill and all that stuff. So I'm like trying to make plans with her, and she had said the other day I could really use a friend, and I was like, dude, I'm right fucking here, like, I'm here. And I know when people go through like depressive episodes and stuff, you do isolate. You feel like, you know, no one's gonna want to hear your problems, no one's gonna want to listen or whatever, and you isolate and you sit in your own sadness. And, you know, with her, it's like, you know, a constant thing she thinks about is like, I can't leave, I'm stuck here, I have nowhere to go. And so it makes me sad because she's such a good person, like, she truly is. She's a great mom, and she just doesn't deserve it. And I don't know why she keeps, I can't even say it's something she's doing wrong. It's just like every guy that she's been with at first, like, they show up and they, you know, basically act like the person she wants them to be or hopes that they are, you know, loving, caring, funny, like, great relationship in the beginning, and then something changes overnight, and it's like, is it the kids? Because like, kids can be a real stressor on a relationship. Like, my relationship with my kid's dad was just not like, I don't look back at it and think at any point were we actually happy. I feel like at a certain point we're like, well, this is it, like, we're in this now. And the communication, just like the stress and, you know, tiredness, especially when you have babies that just don't sleep for like a year straight, you know, I was super unhappy because I did not want to live in someone else's house. I wanted my own place with my kids. So I don't look back and see or think of any like happy times, honestly. And I didn't see it at first. I didn't see it for a while after things ended. You know, it was more, I was heartbroken by it, but I look back at it now and there'll be things that like he'll say, oh, remember when we did this? And I'm like, nope, because I don't. And I don't know if that's part of me. It's like a defense mechanism because it was so not a happy time, you know what I mean? Where there are certain things that should have been happy, like, you know, the kids' different birthday parties and stuff like that, but it was like, I just look at those pictures and I don't remember it ever being a happy thing. So, you know, for her, she, you know, once she gets out of those relationships, she's like, oh, okay, but she's always right into the next relationship. And they last, like, they're relationships that go on for years, and eventually something changes, and with kids it can be a very stressful thing. And now in a relationship where the children are not yours and she's dealing with, you know, a different baby daddy type thing, that causes stress because, you know, he wants her to like stand up to them because both of them are bums, And she's more of a passionate or compassionate person, where she doesn't want to cause waves or like put anyone else out, you know what I mean? So like she won't ask her other kid's dad for like additional money or anything like that. So I think that just made it just kind of like put a stick in their relationship, you know what I mean? So like I feel bad, because if I was in her situation, like currently, like her exact situation, like more than 2 kids, like whatever, I don't know what I would do either, you know? Like I think she could go back to her mom's house, but I think that would be even more depressing, because her mom's a very sweet lady, but she would never want to go back and live there. So I don't know. I'm hoping to see her next week though, and just kind of catch up and see how things are doing. But yeah, it's strange when you look back at different relationships and, you know, stuff like that, and you don't see why you stayed or how it even lasted that long, type of thing. Knowing, you know, you were both unhappy, or just, you know, never really wanted it from the beginning, but stuck around because it's what you felt you had to do, type of thing. Just saw the weirdest little car go by. So yeah, I don't know. This is life. So I think I'm gonna try the ASMR thing. I think I'm gonna make a video after. My other son's at his girlfriend's house, and then my son that I'm picking up now, he'll be playing video games in his room for the next few hours likely, or he'll take a nap. He's been doing that a lot. He comes home and takes naps. I'm like, yeah, you're definitely a teenager. Sleeping for hours after school and then wanting to be up all night. Yeah, that's pretty much all that's going on. I'll let you guys know if I end up doing the ASMR channel. I watch this lady right now. She cracks me up, man. She is like this. She's probably like in her mid-50s, and she talks about all the different relationships she's been in. And like the thing is, she does ASMR, but she's a very like spastic type of person. So she forgets she's supposed to be talking soft and just like goes on these rambles. So she has a separate ramble channel. And she just talks about relationships and stuff. And like I think I've talked about her before. She is the type of woman that would have done well in the 1950s. Like she wants a marriage where the man, you know, takes care of the bills, goes to work, and she's like the homemaker and stuff like that. And she, you know, is on like Tinder and Bumble and whatever else is out there now. And she, you know, all these guys that she keeps meeting, they just want flings. And they're all like in her age range too. And I'm like, Jesus, I'm just so thankful I'm not out there anymore. And even if like me and my boyfriend didn't make it for whatever reason, I would not go back out there. I would stay single. Because dating in this day and age is just, there's too many options, too many temptations. If one person, you know, doesn't want exactly what you want, there are 10 other people they could find that would. I don't know. It's just like no one wants to put in the work anymore. It's just like okay to just lead people on and stuff like that. So I feel bad because she gets frustrated, because her mindset is old school, where like you find a man and they court you, and you know, you build substance before like, you know, getting into anything else. And there's one video where it's like a Saturday night, and she's like so pissed because she's recording and like chatting whatever about how she's like, oh, I'm home alone again on a Saturday night. And the guy texts her while she's recording. She's like, oh, what do you want? And she just gets so like amped up, and it's just, I love watching her. And like even her regular talking voice, it's like soothing. She has like a kind of like a deeper voice, not deep, but it's not like a feminine sounding, overly sounding voice. And she's like, oh, what does he want now? He said hi. I'm gonna say what? She like texts back what? And then he texts her, what are you doing? And she's like, I'm busy. And she's like, oh, I'm gonna tell him I'm waiting for someone. Oh, I'm gonna say that I'm going out. And it's just like, I love listening to her because she has such like a different perspective. And some of the, she was like, girls, just know you're not gonna get butterflies. If you're in a long-term relationship, you're just gonna have to settle at some point. I'm like, what the fuck? She's so bitter right now, and I feel bad because she's like adorable. Like, I don't know, she's just adorable, but her mindset, and like she gets depressed when she's not in a relationship, so she's very codependent when in a relationship, like hardcore. So she just doesn't understand like why guys don't want that anymore. And you know, she's like, how can I find a man that wants to, you know, just take care of me and be happy that I'm home, like taking care of the house. But then she's always talking about how her house is a mess, and she reminds me so much of someone that I know who just is nothing's ever in order. Like the house is always a mess, or they go through this intense cleaning where the house, like everything gets pulled out, rearranged, like there's no in between. And I'm like, I don't know, she just makes me crack up. So like, she's someone, she has ASMR, she just doesn't know how to use it all the time because she gets so amped up when she's talking. She can't like whisper or soft speak. But yeah, I don't know, I'm gonna give it a whirl, and I'll let you guys know if I end up making a channel for it. I'll put it, you know, somewhere on my YouTube page. So anyhow, I hope you guys have a great day. I'm not certain about what's going on tomorrow as far as like school pickup stuff, because I don't know if my son's actually gonna go to school. Like, it's field day, so I don't really know. But yeah, and you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.